What's up, guys? Welcome back to BlackTideTV, and today, welcome to another Pure Free For All, episode 5 out of total of 10 in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. So, in this video, I'm actually going to do something very different for Pure Free For All, and we're actually going to do a mini series within Pure Free For All called Call of Duty Advanced Warfare: What Advanced Warfare Did Wrong. So, in this series, this mini series within Pure Free For All, I'm going to talk about 3 different things that Advanced Warfare did wrong, and these 3 things are actually particular to Advanced Warfare. No other Call of Duty game had them before Advanced Warfare, and Advanced Warfare really screwed them up, and I'm going to talk to you about why. The gameplay you're watching is Riot Free For All, obviously. I'm using the ARX with foregrip, extended mags, and quick draw grip, because those are the only things I had unlocked for it. So that's what I'm using on this game. I don't think the game was too difficult. I might have gone a merciless, I'm not sure. I usually get a merciless. I usually do pretty good in Pure Free For All, even though it's getting very, very hard to do Pure Free For All. But we're going to talk about that in a much later episode of Pure Free For All, probably like 9 or 10. So let's go ahead and start talking about number 1 thing that Advanced Warfare did wrong. And the number 1 thing that I would think they did wrong is the variants. So today we're talking about the variants in Advanced Warfare and how they could have been better, how they could have been more improved than what we got. So when we heard about variants, everyone was really excited. They were like, whoa, this is going to be crazy. Like, in real life, there are actual variants, and people thought that this is what the game was going to do, was what the game was going to stab at, is that in real life you can get, like, I don't know, I don't know a prime example off the top of my mind, but let's say there's an M416, okay? There's a weapon, let's just call it that, and then you can get like an M416, but like a stubby, like where the barrel's shorter, the stock is shorter, and it's made for more close quarters combat. Then you can get an M416 that's like a different other kind of model, and it's a bit changed again. But they're all different kind of guns. They're not just the same gun with different stats. They're actually differently formed, differently made, and they're a lot there's something really special about each model of a gun. It's not like in Advanced Warfare where it just changes, the look of it kind of changes. There's a different color scheme to it, and you might get free attachments, and then it might give you like +2 damage but -3 range. That's what you get in Advanced Warfare. That's not what you get in real life when you're getting a variant of a weapon. You're getting a completely different weapon, and this is what they should have done in Advanced Warfare. I've given an example before of the M1 Irons. I talked about how the M1 Irons, how the variants are so boring, and even after the feedback of regular variants and stuff, you think they would have maybe clued in and made something special about the variants. What I talked about in my M1 Irons, I can't remember what video it was. It might have been the weapon review, it might have been the camo guide, but I talked about M1 Irons variants, like a very special M1 Irons variant. The M1 Irons, as we all know, is a 6-shooter, and that's it. There's nothing special about it. It's just a 6-shooter, and it's pretty cool. It's a very different weapon that we haven't seen before. And then the variants are all just 6-shooters. Some of them they look more futuristic, but they still just shoot 6 bullets. Okay, and they don't do anything special. They're always bullets. There's always 6 shots in there, and it's nothing really special. What they should have done for variants of that is have very, very special variants where the entire gun is modded. I talked about in that video how the M1 Irons could be there could be a version that comes with extended mags, where you can't put extended mags on the original gun. You could get an extended mags version having maybe 9 shots in it, but because there'd be 9 shots, they'd have to resize the magazine, because it wouldn't be able to hold 6 shots in the same space. So the bullets would have to be smaller, making the damage less. So they could have made a 9-shot M1 Irons with less damage, maybe taking 3 or 4 shots to kill instead of 2 or 3. That would have been one kind of cool variant that they could have done. Another cool variant could have been a directed energy M1 Irons. A directed energy weapon that overheats extremely fast. So you can shoot this gun, and you can just never have to reload this 6-shooter, and just shoot guys, like snipe guys from across the map, 2 shots to kill. But if you get in a close quarters combat and you spam out all 6 shots really fast, it overheats, and then you have to wait for it to cool down before you can shoot those next 6 shots. These are just 2 just off the top of my head variant ideas that they could have done with the M1 irons only. Now think about how there's 30 weapons in the game. They could have made tons and tons of variants, like even or especially with the crappy guns in the game, like say the friggin', oh man, that stupid grenade launcher thing that I can't think of the name of right now. That retarded grenade launcher that everyone hates, and it's the worst gun in the whole game. In single player, you have that thing, and it shoots smart grenades, and it shoots semtexes, and it shoots all kinds of stuff like that. In multiplayer, it shoots crappy grenades that do dick damage, and they just bounce around on the ground, and usually you're missing your target. It doesn't kill in a one-hit kill. It's very, very useless, okay? Think of the variants of that weapon. The variants of all the launchers and all the special weapons do nothing. They are literally just camo changes. The gun looks different. That's it. That's all that changes when you get a variant of these weapons. Now think of what they could have done with the variants. They could have made that friggin' stupid grenade launcher. They could have made one that shot spike drones, so it's an insta-kill. Like, if you hit them right away, it shoots spike drones. Like, that would be friggin' awesome. It shoots semtexes. They could have had a variant. They could have had a variant that, I don't know, like, you could think of anything. Like, a variant that you shoot it and it sticks to the wall and it makes a mine on the wall, so when somebody runs by it blows up. Like, they could have done anything with the variants in this game. Like, instead they just made guns where it's like, oh yeah, well, some of the stats are a bit changed, but like, the potential for the variants is completely lost in this game, and hopefully they will recognize this if they make Advanced Warfare 2, which I'm betting they will. I really hope they recognize this and actually make variants that matter. I mean, I know a lot of the variants that have higher damage and stuff, they're good, and they're better than the base model. But other than that, they're nothing special, and they're nothing to really shake a stick at. Like, you look at them and they're just like, oh, a bit of stat changes, and the stats themselves aren't even right. Like, the stats, like handling is a hand and it's your hip fire spread. Like, how does that even make sense? That's it for this pure free for all video, guys. Leave me your comments down below on what you think about the variants and how they could have fixed them, and some of the variant ideas of your own. Leave me a like if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys on my next video.